Welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour, your source for all hard rock, heavy metal, new metal, alternative, punk, horror punk, hardcore, rock, and all local bands, with your host, John the Bod, a.k.a. the Bodfather.
This is Dakota Sean, lead vocalist of Another Day Dawns, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
The views and opinions of the guest do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of BODS Mayhem Radio Network, its staff, affiliates, or sponsors. Parental discretion is advised. Welcome to BODS Mayhem Radio Network.
Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. I'm your host, John the Bod, a.k.a. the Bodfather. As always, I'm bringing you guys awesome interviews. Today, it's an honor and a privilege to have Mr. Dakota Sean, vocalist of Another Day Dawns. Another Day Dawns hail from Layton, Pennsylvania, and they have released the official music video for Psycho off their EP, A Different Life, which is out now. So we're going to be talking to Dakota about that, plus all about Another Day Dawns as well. So, Dakota, how's it going, man?
It's going good, buddy. I appreciate you making time for me today. That's awesome, man.
Not a problem whatsoever. Let's jump right into this, good sir. How's it been working with tag publicity so far?
Dude, it's great, man. I mean, they're definitely keeping us busy and keeping us on the up and up, man. I mean, every day I get a text message saying there's 2 to 3 interviews for a radio host I'm calling today. I'm like, nice, that's what's up. So every day I'm waking up a little earlier here than I'm getting a jump on start, you know. I'm getting ready.
And that's good that there's PRs out there that works their asses off like that.
For real, man. People don't really understand how many people are actually like behind the scenes making all this happen. Like, I can't do any of this shit, you know. Like, that's crazy how they're actually doing that for us.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good ones that are out there right now. And so kudos to Tracy and Tom and all the good folks at Tag. So they keep on rocking every day. I see stuff that they're putting out there for folks. That's awesome.
Hell yeah, they're supporting it.
What did you bring to the band after joining it that was missing, if anything possibly? What did you bring into this band?
I'd say maybe my own kind of energy. And what I mean by that is when I first joined the band, all of us were kind of like, we were at a young age, man. We were just either staring at the ground, you know, staring at the feet, like scared to look up to people. And then all of a sudden, as I'm getting older, a year goes by, I'm maybe 16 or 17 at this time. And then all of a sudden I started jumping around on stage like a maniac. And then all of a sudden I started leading to Tyler, the guitar player, started jumping around, headbanging. And then Nick, the drummer, is going back there headbanging. And then I think that definitely helped push and make our live shows what they are today without sounding like a big head, you know? But
yeah.
That's what I feel like I brought to the table.
And it's like you said, when you're 16 and 17 years old and you're on stage like that, it's overwhelming. I mean, it puts a lump in your throat. It's like, oh God, did I really do this? But
it really does.
It's like you said though, man. Eventually, it's just like getting in your car and starting it up. It's an everyday thing, nothing different.
Yeah, exactly. Once you get over that first hump, you're like, okay, all right. Once people started seeing me doing it, then I start seeing people out in the crowd start headbanging and everything, and I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Another Day Dawns has released the official music video for Psycho. Was it hard to choose between the current set of songs on this EP, which one would be the first single, let alone video? And what did you want the first song to say for you guys? And also for the ones who have not heard your music as of yet, what did you want them to get from it?
Pretty much, man. We had all these songs laid out in front of us, and we're in the studio hearing about it. And then we just signed on with our manager, John, and he used to book for Breaking Benjamin, and now he's with Snoop Dogg and a couple other big acts. So we're just sitting down with him at the table, looking through songs, and just Psycho, man. I think all of us agreed that that's like the song that we wanted to be like right in your face, like to get everybody's attention. Like, who the hell was that? Whether they liked it or not, they're talking about it, you know? So I feel like that's definitely a song that stands on its own and pretty much in its own way kind of like lets everybody know what we're about in one song. So that's why we had that as a single first. And then pretty much that we're a young band. We're fresh out of the start, and we're hungry for it, man. You know, we're hungry for gaining attention, hungry for getting new fans, and pretty much just putting us up there as a contender with all the other national acts today, you know?
Psycho music video was directed and produced by Brian Cox. How was working with him on this?
That was good, man. It was our first time meeting him, and our manager John introduced us to each other. And once we met him, everything just clicked. He had an idea right from the start, as soon as he heard the song. So we kind of just ran with his idea, and him and his crew were really cool about it, man. I mean, if there was anything we didn't like, which was very, very rare, we'd have our own say, of course. But I mean, we pretty much just like stood back and let him do all that, because he works for pretty big bands like Shinedown, Hollywood Undead, and a couple other bands. So we're like, this guy definitely knows what he's doing. So let's just trust his instincts here.
Any song standing out more to you than any right now, if possible, on the EP? I know it must change every time you listen to it, and I know it's like picking your favorite child or collectible, but do you have any favorites possibly?
I'd probably honestly say, aside from Psycho, because that's like the big single everybody knows us by, if they do know us, there's definitely some of the slower songs on the EP that I relate to a lot, and there's like the words mean a lot. Like I'd say either the two songs All of Me or Empty, and they're later on in the tracks, but I mean they're very vibey, you know. People get into them and get into the words a little bit more. But that's kind of what I love the whole EP, man. It's up and down like a roller coaster kind of. It's not all 6 songs aren't like Psycho, you know. It's like Psycho, and then okay, there's slower songs in here, like a slower vibe, and then it kicks back up again. So that's what we aimed for, and a lot of reviewers and fans love that idea.
So you got a lot of diversity on this EP.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you hope everyone takes away from the new single, or message you hope they hear while listening to it, or just any of Another Day Dawns music in general, Dakota?
Probably the message out there, man. We're just having fun, you know. I mean, there's a point where fun becomes business, and I think we've been trained well enough now to know we still got fun up there, but the minute we get off the stage, it's business, you know. So it's kind of just an order of staying busy and keeping our heads on right, not getting involved with the wrong people.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And you know, I'm going to say this right now. I'm obviously, you guys know this. I mean, you've been doing this for a while, but stay true to your own music. Keep doing what you're doing, and not like say, well, we're going to change this, do this. No, it's your music, man. This is what you guys have put your soul and life into this.
Yeah, exactly.
Who did the artwork or design for this EP?
One of John's crew, our management's crew. So I mean, it's a guy who went out with us to LA and shot with Brian a little bit too as well. Cyrus, he's a really cool kid, man. He's about our age, 23, 24, and he's a good kid.
Working with him on this, did he get exactly what you guys were wanting for an art cover?
Yeah, definitely, man. We did actually probably a little bit more. Like we thought, we had the idea of like broken TV screens or something just to make it seem like kind of epic. And then he did all the colors, all the pictures on it, and it's crazy what he did. He took with it. We gave him kind of an idea of what we wanted, but he made that idea come true, plus some, you know.
How much growth musically have you seen this band, and including yourself, go through up to the release of this EP, or has it just been more of a personal growth for each of you involved in this, Dakota?
I'd say since I joined the band, we were doing strictly old classic covers, and I mean everything from like Roadhouse Blues and I mean that was back in 2011, 2012, and I'd say since then till now we definitely spiked up. We gained a huge ton of following in our area and outside of the area, and now we're actually getting real streams on YouTube and Spotify and whatnot, and it feels good to have fans outside of Pennsylvania. And I'd say our growth is not probably doubled or more than that, man. Now we're having our own, like I said, we're having our own original shows. Back then we didn't do any of our own songs. We were scared to. And then we kind of all brought it up together at the same time to move forward as a original act.
What was it for you guys to say, you know what, fuck this. Let's stop doing these covers. Let's focus on Another Day Dawns. Let's focus on what we want to do.
Like I said, we hit that point. I was around 16, 17. They're a couple of years younger than me. But, I mean, I was 16 or 17, and we're all just looking at each other. And I think we just got back from seeing, like, some local cover band or something like that. And we're just looking at each other. We're like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be like that when I'm 30 plus, you know, like I don't want to be a big fish in a little pond. Let's start actually putting some hard work into this. And lucky enough, Nick felt the same, Tyler felt the same, and since then we just been taking the original act more serious than the cover act.
Do you like to do anything differently during the writing and recording process to help keep your mind fresh and open, to not let the music get stale, get bored with it? I know these are two separate things, but do you like to do anything differently to help you?
I'd say if things like start getting a little crazy in the studio or whatnot, I'll just take a break from it all. I'll like start taking a walk outside or just getting a breath of fresh air, you know, because after 6 to 8 hours of being in the studio hearing the same fucking song, man, you're like, all right, I need something to change up the pace, like you said. So either I'll go out for a hike or go out for a walk and just get back with myself, get back to my head, you know. And I'm always back in that mind space. I get asked that a lot. I never really get sick of music, if that makes sense. I just get like I said, I'll just go outside to clear my head for a couple of minutes just to bring myself back to what's going on, what's happening, you know.
Now, we touched on this a little bit earlier, but what can fans expect at a show from Another Day Dawns who have not got to see you guys live as of yet? What are they going to get when they come to see you all?
When they come see us, man, expect a lot of energy, expect a lot of hype. I mean, we all agree that we're definitely more of a live kind of band than a studio band. So I feel like if you guys come and saw us, probably you guys will be headbanging probably about the second song, and that's what we always see. As soon as I go out to the crowd, everybody knows that's our move.
That's what I like to see. I like to see a band moving. I like to see a band putting out energy and then also receiving it back from the crowd. It's just an epic thing when you see that.
Yeah, it really is, man. Best feeling.
We're living in the digital era of recording albums to get music out quicker, and now we have social media to reach out to more people who have not got to hear of Another Day Dawns. Being a young band, I know this must help you guys out a lot. Do you guys like this that we're living in now?
I'd say yeah, just because I would always be talking to my dad, kind of getting pointers from him, and he would always tell me when he was a musician back in the late 80s or 90s, you couldn't really get your name out there as much. You know, there was no internet, there's no Facebook or not even MySpace at that time. All they had was like posters and shit to put on telephone poles. So I definitely think technology kind of helps us out in a way, but then it also can hurt us just as well, just because of how big the rap or pop scene is. I mean, it's kind of still an up battling hill, but I feel like rock's definitely making a comeback, man. And when it's full turn, we'll be right on top of that curve.
And think about it too. You know, back in the day when your dad was a musician, what, like 80s, 83, something like that? You said.
Yeah.
Think about this. Like he said, they had to put posters up on the telephone poles and things like that, and flyers in the stores and cars or wherever they can get it. But word of mouth, that was the coolest thing back in the day. Or your friend made you a mixtape and had a band on there that was local or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
In your own opinion, what does Another Day Dawns bring to the table for music that's not out there as of right now, if anything possibly?
I think it's definitely a new taste or a new direction, kind of. I mean, yeah, we still got the gritty guitars, the gritty vocals, and everything, but just our songs, like a huge diversity as well. So I'd say new taste and definitely new diversity in the rock world, because we still keep it simple, man. Like even for our live shows, we don't use any tracks. Like, you know, it's just, and usually sound engineers are surprised. They're like, all right, what's the list? What's the sound? We're like, nope, just bass, drums, guitar, vocals. That's it. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. And I mean, that's how we played with Godsmack. That's how we play with Sammy Hagar. It's just simple setup, and people love it.
There you go. You hit the nail on the head right there. I had a conversation coming back from the Metallica concert a couple weeks ago. Me and my friend, we were listening to White Zombie's first album, Larsisto Devil Music, I think, Volume 1.
Yeah.
That whole fucking album is so simple and just raw, because the guitar riffs, the bass, the drums, it's just simple fucking music.
Yeah, man. You got it.
That's all that you need. You don't have to put like 1,000 fillers in for drum tracks or guitar. I mean, you could oversaturate an album too much.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I know you mentioned your dad was a musician, but what made you want to become a musician, man? What was that spark for you that said, yeah, that's what I want to do?
Honestly, I'm just going to touch back on that. Growing up, I'd seen my dad get ready for shows, or he'd be taking me backstage to shows. He'd be on we lived in Buffalo, New York at the time, and he'd be on tour with some pretty big bands like Bush and Doubt and stuff, and just going back there, going behind the scenes, kind of at a young age, man, 5 or 6, really drilled into my head that like this kind of looks fun. This is kind of what I want to do. So as I'm growing up, I'm going through high school, and I would just block everything out that didn't have to do with music. I mean, whether it was intentionally or not, I kind of just made my own path of just going to music. I had people talking in my ears saying, go to this college for this, go to this college. You don't want to have music as the only plan. I'm like, yada, yada, yada. So I kind of just, like I said, not purposely, but tuned everybody out that wasn't on my right path, if that makes sense. And so at a young age, 10 or 12, I would just keep practicing music, keep listening to music. I'd have friends hit me up to go outside and play. I'd turn them down just to keep writing songs, and hopefully I'm just waiting for this to pay off, you know?
There's days I kick myself for not finishing college for what I'm, for the job I'm actually doing now. I absolutely fucking hate it with a passion. But music, I don't get paid for this at all, what I'm doing musically. I'm just a little home interviewer, DJ, that homebody. That's it. I absolutely love doing this and helping bands out. So I would love to find something in the music to work as, because my day job, man, is just, oh my fucking God. It's a joke. But anyway, not take away from the interview here. How much local support does Another Day Dawns get via venues and airplay now?
Definitely, we have a huge following anywhere between an hour to 2 hours away. We definitely bring about 300 to 400 people with us, no matter where. And like I said, that number is definitely going up. I'd say less than each year by year. I mean, our video is constantly getting played. We're over 11,000 views now. It's been up just a little over a month. And we definitely have a lot of radio stations by us that are constantly spinning Psycho, constantly spinning our other singles that are out. And it's a cool feeling, man, when we're in the radio and flipping through the stations, and 2 stations will have your song on. It's kind of it's a kind of surreal feeling.
Kind of makes you think back to say, man, this is worth everything, to see where you started from, and now you're sitting at a radio station getting interviewed, and plus, and plus playing an acoustic song or something other. It really puts everything in perspective, man. If you love music, if folks get what I'm saying, and you do, so
yeah, oh yeah.
Is there a country that stands out or even shocks you that Another Day Dawns get support from, or the music even gets played in that area? If you could see that now, possibly.
Yeah, our manager fills us in on our Spotify and iTunes, seeing where it's bought a lot. And I'm actually surprised. There's a lot of fans out in Italy, surprisingly, and there's some fans out in the Philippines that we got that are supporting our shit. So that's what's really cool, man. I mean, we're going to be hitting the road a little bit in a couple months. Unfortunately, I can't tell you with who, but it is with a big act. And once I get the okay, you'll be the first to know. But like I said, we're getting fans from all over Canada, and I'm like, that's cool. Just the fact that people outside the U.S. are listening to our music. That's what really hits home.
That's what's up. I don't care what anybody says. If you're an American band and you're able to get your music overseas and you're seeing a lot of plays, that's what's up.
Hell yeah, man. That's how it starts.
That's exactly right, my friend. That shows you that, and you know this as well as I do, Dakota. A lot of shit's over here and a lot of shit gets spun down because nobody likes it. But guess what? Overseas, they fucking love it.
Yeah, exactly. Those festivals go crazy over there.
Like Manowar. They're not really that big over here, but overseas, they're like gods, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's crazy, 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 crazy. Is there a band on the bucket list for you that you would like to tour with, or you'd like to maybe do an album split with, possibly?
Album split? For me, my favorite band growing up has always been like Pearl Jam, or for me, probably today's modern garage would be Seether. And so probably any of those, I'd probably be fanboying a little bit, just to even get to pick out their brains a little,
Sure, exactly. Folks, you want to get out and pick up Another Day Dawns, A Different Life EP. That's out right now. Get out and check that out. Also, check out their video for Psycho and plus their other singles that are out there right now, plus their videos. Great music from this band. I like what they're bringing to the table for music. Always fresh music out there, folks. You just have to dive through it and find them. That's all you have to do. So,
Yeah.
Dakota, how could folks stay in touch with you guys, buy some merchandise, tour dates, plus this EP? How can they do that, my friend?
Go give us a like on Facebook today at just Another Day Dawns. And we also have our Instagram and our website. That's anotherdayDawns.com. And anything that we personally have to ship out, so anything you order from the website, we personally sign, and we give you guys little gifts as we do that.
My friend, before I let you go, would you care to do a promo for my show?
Definitely, dude. Okay. This is Dakota Sean, lead vocalist of Another Day Dawns, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Everybody stick around. We've got some great stuff coming up, and you only hear these interviews right here on BODS Mayhem Hour and BODS Mayhem Radio Network. Please get out and check out our Facebook page. It's got our podcast link, plus it's got our YouTube link and our Twitch link very soon. Also, get out and check out Another Day Dawns. Trust me, you will not be disappointed in their music. Pick up their EP, A Different Life. Check out their music video, Psycho, and the rest of their stuff as well. Dakota, man, I wish you nothing but the best of luck for Another Day Dawns, man.
Thank you so much, man. Like I said, thank you for putting time aside and believing in us. It means a lot, brother.
You're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.